If your sourdough starter looks watery like mine, maybe it's been sitting in the back of your fridge, a little bit neglected, I'm going to show you how to fix that. Mine has been sitting in the fridge for around 6 months because I moved and I did not have a kitchen. When I finally got my kitchen just slightly working, I went ahead and just went all out with my sourdough starter. So the first thing you want to do is you want to pour the water off of your sourdough starter and then just go ahead and stir it up. It shouldn't smell funky or anything like that. If it does, you might want to throw it away and just like scrap the whole project. And then just leave it at room temperature for a few hours. After a few hours and it's, come to room temperature, go ahead and measure around 50 grams of sourdough starter and then do 100 grams of just regular all-purpose flour and distilled water. So mine is from the refrigerator and it is already like filtered through like the whole reverse osmosis system. So once you go ahead and do that, stir it up and let it come to room temperature or let it rise for around another 8 hours or so. At least that's kind of what mine takes. And I do this to both of my starters. I have two always because sometimes I do big batches of baking with sourdough starters. I'm not like new to sourdough baking. I'm not professional by any means, and I'm not like super adventurous, but I have been baking with this starter for around 8 years. And this isn't the first time I have let it in my fridge for a long time. It's just the longest it's ever been in my fridge without being fed. So I've been like out of town quite a few times and I haven't fed it for months or whatever, but this has been like the longest period of it not being fed. So anyways, I just stir it up as you see here, both of my little jars. And once it's all stirred up and everything is combined and there's no like dry lumps of flour and wet water anywhere, everything's like cohesive, I went ahead and put the lids back on and just stacked them on top of each other. Then I'll let them stay at room temperature probably for another 8 hours or so, and I'll look and see if they have risen, which mine always rise. I never have an issue with them not rising, so they should rise perfectly. Mine most certainly did. And excuse my kitchen because we were still working on it. There was like drywall cut and all kinds of crazy stuff. So anyways, this was after a few hours. As you see, it is nicely risen and they're both super bubbly, which is a really good sign. It doesn't smell funky. It didn't taste funky. Yes, I'm one of those people that will taste it just to make sure it's not like moldy or anything. If it's growing green stuff or anything crazy like that, make sure you get rid of it. Yeah, don't keep it. So I know at this point that my sourdough starter is like perfect. I can, go ahead and feed it again, and a few more feeds should make it perfect for baking, which I did feed it again, probably quite a few more times actually. So here I am just refeeding it, and it's the same thing: 50 grams of starter, 100 grams of all-purpose flour, and 100 grams of distilled water. Stirred up, put the lid back on, and then just let it rest. And I do this, so I don't do like a precise schedule. I just do it like as soon as I get up and my kids are ready to go. I feed my starter and then I go ahead and let it rise for a few more hours and then I feed it again at night and that's it.